Welcome to Dateline Schools, a presentation of the St. Clair County Regional Educational Service Agency, with your host, Chris Troy.
Summer's coming to a close, and at the end of summer, you start wondering, what can I do with my family, and what can I do to kind of keep things interesting? Well, while it won't be long until the leaves are changing, there is one place here in St. Clair County that allows families to go out and experience the wilderness. That's the Pine River Nature Center. And to talk about it is my special guest, Operations Coordinator, Sarah Nelson. Sarah, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks, Chris, for having me.
So the Pine River Nature Center, how long have you been around, and how did the idea come up?
So I have been at the Pine River Nature Center for the last 16 years. I was very lucky right out of college, finishing up my master's. I got this wonderful job, and I think I enjoy it just as much, if not more, as I did then as I do now. And so it's been a great experience for me. The Nature Center has actually been in existence for about 20 years now, since 2003. And our superintendent then, Joseph Kamey, went ahead and thought it would be a great idea for students to have an experience out in nature. Our mission at the Nature Center is to provide hands-on science education for the local school districts and to the general public, the community.
I know you've got, obviously, this beautiful building out here. Who would not want to work in a log cabin? But you also have trails. How many trails do you have?
So yeah, we have a bunch of different trails, short trails, long trails. Some of them are just dirt. Some of them are gravel. Some of them are, small and narrow and kind of fun to explore. Others are a little bit bigger, and they meander throughout the 80 acres that we have. And there's about 3 miles of them. And my favorite trail just happens to be Pine River Way, which is the main trail that goes along the river. Beautiful view.
Sarah, when you walk into the lobby here, you see all kinds of animals and neat frogs and turtles and things. But you have a couple new things going on out here, don't you?
Yes, we do. So we have a new and temporary animal ambassadors. That's what we like to call all of our animals, our living animals here at the Nature Center. And so we have a new eastern gray tree frog. He was collected maybe a couple weeks ago. So we will have him for maybe the next month and a half. And then we release him back out into nature where he can continue his good life. And then he'll get ready to hibernate for the winter.
Now tell me about him. Is he a species to this area, or where's he from?
Yeah, so he is definitely native to Michigan and native to our state and our area. He is unique in the fact that they can slightly change color. So they have amazing camouflage that allows them to kind of switch between like more of a green color and then also switch into more of a gray depending on their temperature, depending on the type of habitat that they are in, whether they're on a green leaf or whether they are on bark that's a little bit more gray.
Now, out here at Pine River Nature Center, you have all kinds of ponds and obviously the woods. So there's all kinds of creatures out here. What could someone expect to see or look for when they came out here on the trails?
So if you are walking out on the trails, I would suggest that if you want to see native animals, it's best to be quiet. So if animals hear you coming, they are going to scoot away from the trails where you're not going to be able to see them. But some of the native animals that we have here at the Nature Center that I have seen, many different species of birds. So we had a pair of broad-winged hawks that we think are nesting in the area, so you can hear those and maybe even see them fly over. We have seen lots of white-tailed deer. We have even seen a fawn that was nestled into a little area that was down below, just maybe like 10 feet away from the trail. We see lots of different squirrels and some woodchucks, so lots of different species.
Now, Sarah, I know there is a new exhibit, I guess you could call it, along the trail. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we were fortunate enough to get a story walk. So if you are unfamiliar with a story walk, it is you choose a trail, and the trail that we have our story walk on is called Wildflower Trail. And it's really interesting because spaced out throughout the trail is a story, a page from a book. And so this month, the book is a book by Seth Meyers, and it is called I'm Not Scared, You're Scared. And it is about a bear and a rabbit. I mean, why not be animal themed? And it is about that bear is very scared of everything and a rabbit is not. And they go on an adventure. And you will have to come out and read the book in order to find out what comes next.
Now, who maintains this story walk to pick the books?
Yeah, so at the Nature Center, volunteers, Monique Werner and myself, we change out the books. And we get the books from Great Parent, Great Start. And we receive the books from them. And then we put the books into the frames. And then people can enjoy them.
Now, one of the other neat things that's out here is you have a handicapped accessible tree house. And recently you just did some upgrades to it. Tell us about that.
So it's an adventure through the woods to get to the treehouse along Pine River Way that then cuts over to Deer Run. And we have a awesome treehouse, and we just got a new roof on the treehouse, so it's looking really, really good. And then we've updated some of the boards on the treehouse too.
Sarah, I know that there's a lot of field trips and things that go on with the schools. If I was a teacher and I was looking to maybe bring my class out here, how would I go about doing that?
Yeah, so we offer some amazing hands-on science-based programs for the local school district. So if there's a teacher out there that is interested in nature and interested in the Nature Center and what we have to offer, my advice is to call the Nature Center and you can talk to me. Or if you would like to email me, it's nelson.sarah@sccresa.org to find out dates that are available, the times of the programs, how to actually set it up. And then all of our program offerings are on our website, which is SCCRESA.org.
Sarah, if a teacher is planning ahead for their school year, when can they call to make appointments for a field trip?
So we will start accepting and booking field trip requests the week of August 21st.
So, Sarah, are there different types of field trips, inside, outside? What could a teacher look at for their class?
Yeah, so each grade will have a different field trip. So it depends on the grade level content expectations that each teacher wants to reach. And so programs typically start at 9 and we do some indoor activities and then we'll head outdoors, we'll take a hike on the trails, we'll do some hands-on activities outside, come back, and then there's usually lunch, and then we finish up the afternoon either by more indoor activities or definitely out on the trails. Again, we like to get the kids out as long as it's nice. We like to get the kids outside and doing those hands-on activities as much as possible.
Sarah, an anniversary coming up. Any big celebrations planned?
Yeah, so the Pine River Nature Center is celebrating 20 years, which is amazing. So we opened in April of 2003, and we are having a 20-year anniversary community day on Saturday, October 14th. The event is completely free for anyone who is interested. The event starts at 9:30 and it'll end around noon.
Sarah, why is it important to have things like the Pine River Nature Center?
Well, I think it gives not only students, but it just gives people of the community a wonderful place to connect with nature. Whether you just come into the building and look around at the wonderful animals that we have, whether you walk the trails and head to the treehouse, or whether you're fortunate enough, for the students in our community to take part in one of our field trips. I just think that in order for students to take care of nature and to take care of the earth and the environment, they need to connect with it, and that's what the Pine River Nature Center offers.
Now, are the trails open all the time, or are they just a day operation? Or I know the building has obviously hours for staff, but can anybody come out here anytime and take a walk?
Absolutely. Our trails are open daily from dawn until dusk. So even if the front gate is closed, there's a little parking lot out front. You are certainly more than welcome to park there. Grab your water bottle and hit the trails.
Well, Sarah, thanks so much for taking time to be with us today. Pine River Nature Center is really a pretty special place, and I hope people get out here to take part in it. For Dateline Schools, I'm Chris Troy. Dateline Schools is a presentation of St. Clair County RESA.